Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Foolish Mortals. And in the last episode, guys, Murphy handed off the completed Gree to Dr. Murray, and wouldn't you know, he swerved us. Not only that, we got a little bit of an inkling as to the Doctor's true identity, and now Murphy is trapped inside Belmore Manor with all of the ghosts that he summoned. So that should be very interesting. We also got a really cool musical number in the last episode as well. But we need to go ahead and keep exploring the house. We've got a grocery list of things to find. We got to get flowers, a veil, a ring, cake, and music. Now, we also have some new options here. We've got hotspots. What are hotspots? Oh, are those just the... Okay, gotcha. And a fireplace. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and head through this door.
You, boy! Are you one of the staff? Is the wedding ready to begin?
Ready to begin? Goodness gracious, but I haven't found my Bible.
Sorry, I'm just a guest too. I don't think the wedding's happening until later tonight. Or not at all, if everything went to plan.
Just enough time for another drink, then.
That man after my own heart. So we got the vicar, the colonel, taxidermy of different varieties, a pot, and looks like we can keep on going through. Interesting.
An ornamental vase sat on the cabinet. My entire life savings were probably worth less than that piece of porcelain.
Let's grab it.
I picked up the vase. From the delicate porcelain and hand-painted ornamentation, it looked like it must have been worth a fortune. Ming Dynasty, perhaps?
Foskett, why is that young man picking up that chamber pot?
I have absolutely no idea.
Or perhaps not.
It's like one man's trash is another man's treasure. Man, we've got so much stuff.
4 animal heads protruded from the wall like those painted boards you'd push your head through for a photograph at the seaside.
So we've got a ram, a rhino, a deer, and an oryx?
After my escapades with the fish and its hidden horseshoe, I had had quite enough of taxidermied animals.
Or maybe just a goat. What you got?
The empty glass was best left where it was.
Nothing we can pour in it, at least at the moment.
I'd previously seen small pots hung in fireplaces like this contained water in order to humidify the room, especially when tobacco was being smoked. In this case, however, the pot was empty. Good evening.
Hello, my child.
Oh, don't get him going again.
And what is your name?
Murphy McCallan.
Hello, Murphy. I am Father Foskett, spiritual shepherd of St. Juniper's Parish. Have you seen the good book?
I'm not the most religious person, but I have read parts.
No, I mean that rather more literally. I've lost my Bible and have no idea where I put it. Have you seen it?
I haven't, I'm afraid.
Pity.
So we got to be on the hunt for the good book.
Are you here for the wedding?
I am officiating the wedding. With everything that's gone on in the house, we must thank God we have someone like me to keep us on a righteous path.
I've been told that Abigail Belmore doesn't really want to marry Rackham. You need to call the wedding off.
We shall stick to the system, young Mr. McCallan. Objections should be heard during the ceremony, not before, when all parties may articulate their feelings on the matter. These things are greater than you and I, you know. Until then, we must treat the wedding as the joyous occasion it is.
Yeah, doing it during the ceremony guarantees the most fiery drama.
What do you think of Abigail Belmore?
A little headstrong, in my opinion, but a lovely young lady. I baptized her, you know. She grabbed my nose as I held her over the font, right up the left nostril. Wouldn't let go until her brothers distracted her with a teddy bear. Still, she's a very caring girl.
Just not two ecclesiastical noses. Is St. Juniper's your church?
That's right, young man. A beacon of godliness on an otherwise spiritually desolate isle.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think St. Juniper has been taken over by rum runners.
Criminals? In my church? Good God! They must be removed immediately.
Let's not be too hasty. They sound like my type of gentleman. That's the type of church I can see myself attending.
I could do with less of your opinions, thank you. Many things can be preserved in alcohol, Colonel. Dignity is not one of them.
It is an upgrade from the sacramental wine, though.
I'm not the most well-read on religion, but shouldn't you be in heaven now?
Gold standard question, my boy.
Well, I'll admit this isn't what I expected.
Perhaps the good book has some missing passages.
I think we can do without your theological input, Colonel.
Is there a way to fix it?
Well, that's precisely what I'm doing, young man, as we speak.
It looks like you're just sitting in an armchair.
You don't see the metaphorical cogs whirring around in my head, the tick and the tock of the thanatological matters in my mind. To the layman, I might appear to be just sitting in an armchair, but in reality, I am studying the Bible, or at least I would be, if I hadn't lost it.
You've lost it, all right.
Do you think it might be voodoo keeping you here?
Voodoo is nothing but mumbo-jumbo misdirection. I fear we may be in limbo. Some devilish force has interrupted the supernatural order of things.
Like voodoo.
I think Rackham might be practicing black magic.
That is an extraordinary accusation. I refuse to hear another word of it. He is a God-fearing man who always attends the sailor services, and he has donated generously to the church and my vacation fund. The culprit here is that awful sailor Abigail was going to marry. It is precisely because Miss Belmore's marriage to Mr. John Rackham was interrupted that we are still here. And why we must continue the wedding as planned tonight. It shall be our way out.
I best be heading off.
God be with you.
And how about you, Colonel?
The colonel sat awkwardly in his chair like an upright sack of potatoes. By the twinkle in his eye, he was either completely unaware of the vicar's disapproving scowl or reveling in it.
I'd bet on the latter.
The vicar had a face pulled so tight it looked like he was sucking on a sour lemon. His haughtiness suggested he was the kind of vicar who would criticize St. Peter for letting too many people through the gates. Good evening.
Good evening, my boy. I'm afraid you'll have to speak up. Old army injury, you see. Care to join me for a drink?
Colonel Bloom, how many times must I warn you about your predilection for hard drinking?
It's not hard drinking. It's very easy. What do you say, my boy? You care for a nip?
I probably shouldn't. I'm a little preoccupied at the moment.
Well, don't go saving it for the toast. You'll be waiting decades.
See, this is what I was talking about. This is the kind of ungracious, ungentlemanly behavior that will spell your doom, Colonel.
Stop trying to threaten me with eternal damnation, Foskett. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. I'm pretty sure I'm dead at this moment, and I don't see any evidence of women playing harps, just you harping on at me.
Maybe you're in the bad place.
Did you see much action in the army?
I killed 4 men.
From food poisoning, Colonel Bloom's title is an honorary one for services to catering.
Oh,
Cattle King's what they called me. I owned farms from New Orleans to Tallahassee. Beef, leather, dairy. It was a roaring trade.
Or at least a mooing one.
Those cows, they were my army. I tell you, everything a man needs can be provided by a good troop of cows.
Herd of cows.
Of course I've heard of cows. I was just talking about them.
what's the steak equivalent to a Kentucky Colonel?
What are you drinking, Colonel?
Good hearty rum. It'll put fire on your chest and hair in your belly. Wait.
And perhaps it is time to consider whether you have drunk too much of it, Colonel. Or perhaps give it up altogether.
I could easily give up alcohol. I've already done it hundreds of times.
I think you'll find the time between one glass and the next does not count as teetotalism. Perhaps we should be grateful to the Lord that your glass remains empty.
Are you looking forward to the wedding?
I'm looking forward to it being over. In my opinion, being stood up at the altar for 33 years is a pretty bad sign. Not what strong relationships are made of.
And you should know, Colonel. You've only had hundreds of them.
Do you think the bride and groom should be together?
That Rackham's a slimy character, and no mistake. Oh, by God, he's a good businessman. Trickier than a magician's rabbit that's gotten stuck on a particularly difficult crossword puzzle.
I say,
All that don't amount to a hill of beans if you're not enjoying life. I don't know whether to hate the guy or envy him.
Both are sins, I think you'll find, Colonel.
And not even the best ones. Do you know what's wrong with society nowadays, Murphy? Drink, guns, and women. There's just not enough time for them all.
I like this guy's strong foghorn leghorn energy.
Have you ever married, Colonel?
Oh, yes. I've been married for 47 years.
Yes, but to 9 different women.
It still counts.
His shortest marriage was 2 days, and that's only because they couldn't find him to serve the annulment papers.
I ended up in a bordello in East Nevada with half the members of the Albuquerque Militia Marching Band. Best honeymoon I've been on. Some lovely girls.
Lord forgive him, for he knows not what he does.
That's not what the girls were telling me.
Okay, he went to all 4 corners and back again.
Do excuse me. I'll be back.
At your leisure, my boy. I have nowhere to go and nothing to do.
Idle hands are the devil's playthings.
Try idling your mouth for a change, you old curmudgeon.
Well, we'll leave these 2 to their sitcom. Well, let's go ahead and try... This is the door I came out of, right? So let's try this one. What's behind door number 2?
That is an insult to my honor.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't know you had any honor left to insult.
Boys, you don't want to be fighting over little old me.
Tallulah, this man is nothing but a scoundrel. Then you, brother, are a no-good fraud.
I saw this mission in Red Dead Redemption 2.
It was one of a pair of carvings positioned on either side of the room. It was a devilish carving of a satyr, half man, half goat, holding a shield.
And I'll introduce myself to y'all here in just 1 second. Ooh, an umbrella. Or a parasol.
It was a seductive carving of a lamia, half woman, half snake, holding a shield. It was a wooden cabinet covered in small drawers used to find specific books throughout the vast library.
Good old Dewey Decimal.
The bookshelves are filled with tomes on every subject I could imagine, astronomy to music, numerology to zoology, each with faded spines and dusty covers.
I love libraries.
The bookshelves are filled with tomes.
Okay, we've got a door... and a basement? Man, this mansion is huge.
It was a yellow parasol resting against the chaise longue. It was a small mahogany table.
Ooh, rich mahogany.
Now wasn't the time to rearrange the furniture. The debutante oozed southern charm as sweet as peach pie, if that pie contained a secret dose of cyanide. The twins scowled at each other. Their energy was as strained as the strings on a banjo. At any moment, it felt like one of them could snap.
Twin A and Twin B.
Hello.
Beat it, bud.
You more talkative?
Hi there.
Keep walking. I don't have time to waste on you.
Good evening, miss.
Oh, another fine young gentleman.
My name's Murphy McCallan. Pleased to meet you all.
Back off, Peanut. Yeah, keep walking. We were talking to the lady first.
Now, boys, we must be welcoming to our new friend. My name is Tallulah LaRue. I expect you've heard of me. My daddy owns the LaRue Oil Exchange. We're the richest family this side of the Mississippi.
But don't be getting any ideas. Tallulah, don't you think this gentleman is a little beneath you? He looks so poor, he probably waves a popsicle around and calls it air conditioning.
Let's not be rude to him just because he's less fortunate. You boys be welcoming and introduce yourselves.
If we must. I am Humphrey Tallulah. And I am Orville Tallulah. of the Talagula Textiles Company.
I think you made the pants I'm wearing.
See? Like the seal of success.
What's that in your hand, Miss LaRue?
This is my invitation to the wedding. It allows me to bring one guest with me.
Ooh.
But I seem to have made a teensy tiny mistake. I've invited both boys all the way out here to Devil's Rock when I can only take one of them into the wedding. Now, both of these fine fellows are here and want to attend with me, and I just don't know who I should pick.
You mean you two don't have an invitation?
We may not know the Belmores, but we do know this Southern Magnolia before us. We were brought to Devil's Rock by passion.
I was brought to Devil's Rock by taxi. Were you friends with Abigail Belmore?
Friends may be a bit of an exaggeration, but I'd seen her around at the debutante balls before she got engaged to that sailor. I mean, really, what was she thinking?
You don't think they should have gotten engaged?
What's the point? Mr. Rackham was an improvement. I do love the powerful.
Uh-huh.
Are those pistols they're holding?
Orville and I rank top of the leaderboard at the Tallahassee Gun Club. Perhaps take that as a warning to back off.
If you're not using the invitation, perhaps I could take it off your hands?
I don't think so, knucklehead. Miss LaRue is going to need that invitation for when I accompany her. Over my dead body? Have you seen yourself? You're already dead.
These two gentlemen seem pretty heated.
I just hope it doesn't come to blows. I'd be happy to marry either of these gentlemen one day, if only I could choose between them.
If you did end up marrying one of them, would that make your name Talagula?
That's right, and my middle name is Beulah. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
It does. Like someone's throwing up.
How are you going to decide who to take to the waltz, Miss LaRue?
I just don't know if I could decide. I think I'll have to leave it to the boys to decide for me.
Choose me, Tallulah. I'm the one who inherited our family's good looks, I assure you. Good looks? Your reflection hides when you walk past a mirror. I have the southern elegance she desires. Elegance? You have all the elegance of a drunken pelican. I believe the lady would be better suited for a man of my sophistication. Sophistication? You have all the sophistication of a rodeo clown. It's my bravery that she needs. Bravery? You'd run away from a June bug. If you think yourself so brave, then we must put it to the test. Brother, I challenge you to a duel. Not if I challenge you first.
Gee, I wouldn't want a duel to take place because of little old me. But if that's how things have to be, let's get the guns on the table, boys.
McCallum, you shall be the adjudicator.
I shall?
I'm glad you've agreed.
What exactly does that entail?
In order for the duel to be fair, an independent third party must load the pistols and declare the victor.
Oh.
But I've never loaded a pistol before.
Don't worry, McCallum. A donkey with a lobotomy could do it. You have at least half a chance.
Loading pistol. Loading a pistol. Powder, shot, ramrod, aim, fire. Is there anything that we can do to mess this up? Alright, so powder.
One at a time, I poured the powder into the muzzle of the pistols.
And then shot.
I then dropped the shot into each muzzle.
I wonder if there's a way that we can, like, mess it up.
Finally, I patted the contents down with the ramrod.
We're just gonna go right through 'em.
Around here, boys. I want to see some action. If you miss, you're not the man for me. Fire! Well?
I've been hit. Me too.
In any other situation, this would have been a tragedy, but it quickly became clear that a duel to the death wouldn't be conclusive when the duelists were both already dead.
Oh, neither of you missed? Well, sorry, boys, but I think that's a draw. What a terrible waste of everybody's time.
And we're back.
Miss LaRue, would you mind if I borrowed your parasol?
Don't be silly, Murphy. It's a beautiful evening outside. You have no use for it, but I'm sure I can be of help to you if the weather turns sour.
Would you like a brooch, Miss LaRue?
What do you think of this brooch?
Oh my, Murphy, now that is a lovely sight. It would look even lovelier pinned to my dress.
Then let's trade.
Nope.
Oh. Okay, fine. Oh, can we show her the captain's license?
I didn't think she'd be interested in that.
Oh. Alright, man. Oh, can we show the magazine off?
What do you think of this magazine?
I don't see many fashion and beauty tips in it.
It's not really that kind of magazine.
Oh.
I forgot. We need to go ahead and show the magazine to everyone since we seem to get a reaction.
I didn't need to show him that.
Oh, never mind. I'll stop talking.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. I already felt like I was in one.
So we're going to have to figure out what exactly to... Oh, the button magnet. I don't think that would necessarily work.
I didn't need to show him that.
But we need to find some way to...
Hello.
Beat it, bud.
Maybe they can do a rematch. Well, here, let's head back.
Did I hear gunshots through there? It's like being back at Alameda during the war.
What happened there? A battle?
No, my second wedding. The father of the bride didn't appreciate me canoodling with the maid of honor and got all the locals to run me out of town. Talk about a shotgun wedding.
Don't want to know where he got some birdshot. Okay, I know this isn't the good book that you're looking for, a father, but...
What do you think of this magazine?
I don't spend my time reading, boy. Far too many other things to keep me busy.
Eventually we'll find someone.
What do you think of this magazine?
It is the good book you should be reading, my child, not those ungodly stories.
Let's head back. Did I show this to Miss Craddock?
What do you think of this magazine?
How dare they depict Belmore Manor in such an uncouth way? I put a good deal of work into keeping this house shipshape and shiny. Perhaps a meeting with Mr. Pock Sr. and his law offices is in order to stop such slander.
It's back in. Now we need to find a parasol. We need to try and get that invitation. Do we want to go up or down? Let's go down. Ooh, we got some light flooding here.
Walking into the cellar, I was hit by the pungent smell of rotting wood and mildew. 3 decades without upkeep hadn't been kind to this section of the house, and it was now knee-deep in floodwater. It was a switch that appeared to control the barrel lift. The fuse box was affixed to the wall. With all the damp in the cellar, I questioned how safe it was. Decades of abandonment had taken their toll on the now flooded cellar. It was an electric machine used to raise and lower barrels from the floor of the cellar to a hatch up at ground level. Wine racks adorned each wall of the cellar. Belmore Manor must have been quite the spirited place once upon a time.
It still is, really. Okay, well.
I flipped the switch, but nothing happened. It seemed the barrel lift lacked power.
Magnetic carriage, theater rotation, orrery track. Oh, there's an orrery. Barrel lift, electrograph, lightning rods. Stuck wire.
The wire had corroded into the fuse box. I couldn't budge it with my hands.
This is a smart idea.
Shockingly, I didn't want to risk electrocution by cutting the wire.
Aw. Chamber pot. And danger, of course. Oh, candles.
I took the handful of candles from on top of the fuse box.
Handy.
Knowing the type of animals that lived in the murky water on this island, there was no way I was stepping into the floodwater.
I was wondering if the crocodile was just going to be hanging out here. Can we grab something from the wine rack, perhaps?
The wine racks were largely bare. What few bottles remained were cracked and empty.
Much like myself. I guess we need some gloves. Or something similar. Alright, let's head back up. And let's head upstairs. I was actually going to show Murphy going up the spiral staircase. Yes, it is. Ooh, I like it. I like what I'm seeing.
The Belmore family's monogram was etched in gold on the shield.
Got the piano, got the pianist, and some sort of machine, I guess for recording. There's the greenhouse. This is like really Maniac Mansion, and to the point that it's actually like a huge area to explore.
A grand piano took center stage in the room, vigorously hammered away at by the pianist. The pianist looked like he could play the piano with his eyes closed, mainly because he was playing the piano with his eyes closed. A machine I didn't recognize sat on the table next to the piano. I wondered if the pianist knew more about it. It was a battered suitcase that I deduced belonged to the pianist. Good evening. My name is Murphy McAllen.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Ezra Hughes is the name. Pianist for hire is the game. Got any events coming up that you can use a pianist at? I do weddings, christenings, bar mitzvahs, funerals.
You're still hustling for work? Isn't being a ghost an impediment?
Hey, when you're self-employed, you've got to keep that next paycheck coming in.
But you're trapped in the house.
Well, I admit I'm not normally based here, but Belmore Manor makes a lovely venue.
It's got that spiritual 1099.
How's the gig?
It's the gig of a lifetime. Quite literally. I just didn't realize how short that lifetime would be. Still, I should be making out like a bandit at the end of it.
Why's that?
My contract says I charge overtime at time and a half. So far, we're 30-something years past my original end time.
Is there much to spend your money on when you're dead?
They say you can't take it with you, but I don't seem to be going anywhere at the moment, so why not find out?
Yep, run up that tab.
You don't seem to have much of an audience.
Most have gone through to the ballroom for the waltz. Still, at least it means I don't have the Southern Belle from hell hovering over me.
Ah, Tallulah.
When you say Southern Belle from Hell, do you mean Tallulah?
That's her, the Black Widow of the Bayou.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she has a reputation, doesn't she?
A reputation for what?
Murder.
Ooh. Oh, with even the musical interlude.
Tallulah is a murderess?
Now, don't be getting me caught up in a slander suit, but behind those demure, blush cheeks is the mind of an absolute psychopath. She's been engaged 3 times. Each of her fiancés died in ridiculous circumstances.
Did she murder them for money?
That can't even be the motive. You'd think she'd go ahead and marry them, so all their worldly goods become each other's, right? But her family's already got more money than honeybees got buzz. And she finishes them off before they've even booked a venue. I think she just does it for the thrill.
Someone should really tell her about wing walking. Are you local to Devil's Rock?
No, New Orleans born and bred. Hard to grow up in the Big Easy and not fall in love with this music. Street performers in the French Quarter, brass bands on the balconies, parades at Mardi Gras. It's in the air down there.
So what brought you here?
Work. Figured I'd play a few gigs, make some cash. Next thing I know, I'm caught up in more drama than a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta.
Where did you find musical work here on Devil's Rock?
I got a full season contract down at the Calliope Theater. It was pure luck, really. The original pianist broke his arm.
How?
Before the renovation, that place was falling apart. 14 people in the audience watched as the stage gave out right in the middle of Claire de Lune. Pianist and piano falling straight to the floor into the basement.
Ouch.
Physically, he was fine. Emotionally, devastated for months.
Sounds like he went through a bad stage.
Wow. All right, let's finish this dialogue up.
Yardley Belmore was a performer too, wasn't he?
And more. Writer, director, producer, philanthropist. He's the one that bought the Calliope, fixed her up, and hired me. Once he came on board, that place got put on real shows.
Real shows?
Yeah, before Yardley put up the funds, they were so broke they had to rely on sponsorships. The final year, Bon Tom Bakery funded everything, with conditions.
Conditions?
The shows had to be on brand. Before Yardley put a stop to it, we were looking at 3 Shakespeare plays that season. Romeo and Baguette, A Midsummer Night's Cream Cake, and Much Ado About Muffins.
I mean, were they catered?
Do you know what happened to Yardley Belmore?
I haven't a clue. But you know what? I think I was one of the final people to see him alive.
Oh, really?
He came down to the Calliope to offer me this gig for the wedding, and I overheard him talking to someone backstage after I had finished rehearsing.
What were they talking about?
Well, after Yardley scrapped the baked goods from Romeo and Juliet, he was after ideas to bring something new to the story. This fellow was telling him about a place he'd found, an actual crypt. Such a missed opportunity, really. Can you imagine? Romeo and Juliet's tragic finale, played out in the Capulet tomb, the star-crossed lovers' final doomed moments in a real-life, honest-to-God crypt. The last thing I heard was them setting a date to check it out. And then, well, after that, no one ever saw him again.
Do you know who the man he was talking to was?
Rackham, I think you call him. Don't know where his interest in the theater came from all of a sudden. I'd never seen him in any performances.
Do you know where I could get some wedding music?
I take request. It's part of my contract for the wedding. What are you after?
I need some wedding music to play to Abigail Belmore, upstairs in her bedroom.
I might be able to move people with my music, Murphy, but there's no chance I can move this piano up to the 2nd floor.
What's the machine next to your piano?
That's my ticket out of hustling, a phonograph recorder. I'm going to compose and record a hit song, something that'll sweep the nation like those guys on Tin Pan Alley. I can record and release a song all across the country, and people will be able to hear me live in their living room.
But you're not live or living.
That'll be how I market myself. Anthems by apparitions, hymns by haunts. The magazines won't give you the time of day if you don't have some way of standing out. If I'm dead, it's better to be composing than decomposing.
How does the machine work?
You just put in a blank record and press record. There's an old one still in there if you want it. It's too worn for me to use anymore. The records have a thin layer of black wax on the outside, and the machine records the sound as grooves in the wax. Keep an ear out for me in a year's time.
I should get going.
See you around, Murphy.
So we need to restore this old record somehow. Oh, we got some nice harpsichord stuff going on. All right, we got a lot to explore and a lot more people to talk to. I'm enjoying this. But yeah, we'll continue our explorations here. If y'all like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.